This episode is brought to you by the Denver Art Museum. Kick off 2026 with an unforgettable night at the Denver Art Museum's first Untitled Artist Takeover event of the year, happening on Friday, January 30th from 6 to 10 p.m. Experience a vibrant night of art, performances, hands-on art making, a pop-up bar, and unique experiences led by local artists Tia Elisa Anthony and Ana Luna, and a whole host of contributing creatives. Untitled Artist Takeover is included in general admission and free for Denver Art Museum members. Reserve your tickets today at denverartmuseum.org. That's denverartmuseum.org. Hey, it's Bree. Just a note. This episode contains a lot of explicit language. Today is Friday, January 30th. I'm Bree Davies, and here's what Denver's talking about. Welcome to CityCast Denver, the show where ongoing construction woes may finally be impacting something we really care about, burritos. La Abeja on Colfax is being, they said they're being severely affected by BRT construction. This is a lovely burrito spot. They do breakfast, they do combo meals, and it really hit home to me how hard BRT is when it started to impact my husband's favorite Mexican restaurant.
I mean, this is a question for the mayor. 100%.
Are you going to save La Abeja?
Because it's not the first business that's closed on Colfax from the construction.
Yes.
But there is a spectrum of businesses, and it's personal. And everyone has that one where we've crossed a line. Mm-hmm. And clearly this is the place for your husband.
Oh.
And I think the mayor has to answer for this.
He would be livid. We were texting about when we can go next because we have to. Also, their front window is busted out and it makes people think they're not open. It just sucks.
A lot of windows busted out over there.
Yeah.
On Colfax right now.
It's a rough, yeah. Although I've been going to Herbs and Arts and it's looking better as it opens up more.
Yes.
So you have to be a little optimistic about it.
I've actually been working on something on this, and this maybe is a wreck for listeners, but I love the stations, the BRT stations. I think they're very beautiful, and there will be a new
I'm conflicted about them.
icon. Oh no, I'm so bought in. I love it.
The white arches.
The white arches. Yeah. They're iconic of a new Colfax, and this is a great opportunity for us to define that for people, to appreciate them. They fit in with the city so well. They're like the same style as the Millennium Bridge by
that's why I don't
the
like
Confluence.
Yep.
It may not be to your taste, but they fit perfectly.
And
they're
Union.
beautiful, and they're going to have art installed on them on the overhangs.
That part
and
I'm
it's
excited
happening
about.
Literally as we speak. I couldn't go and capture it because this. And but people go check out the art that's going to be on these stations. It's local artists. I've seen the drawings. They're very cool. And get a burrito.
I was going to say, and please go to La Abeja.
That's a night. That's a great night.
This would be your blue animal thing, right? All the blue animals at the stations.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, Paul. The art is not going to protect people from rain or snow. So I don't really care that there's art.
That's true. It's not a big overhang. It's
it's
small,
not.
They're not
right?
functional.
It's going to be rainy.
Yeah, I did boots on the ground journalism for this. And I tried. I crossed the intersection on Franklin. As everyone knows, that's a death trap. I crossed the intersection to one of the BART stations that was set up.
Uh-huh.
It's worse than it was before.
What?
Is this
You have to go in the middle of the street.
The Franklin?
Yeah.
Franklin
Right
and
where
Colfax,
they just knocked down the Fanny Squirrel Floral Building.
Five-way intersection.
Five-way psychotic nightmare
Nobody
for
knows where to go.
pedestrians.
People are going to die. The numbers are rising already, I'm sure.
I think. Okay.
We have a transit zealot on this
I don't know what to say about
panel
that.
today.
I think it's going to get better. It's going to get better before it gets worse. People will get used to it.
Yeah, for people going up and down Colfax.
Yeah.
Just like the 16th Street Mall ride. I mean, 16 streets. New
16th Street Mall. No, you're right, Bree. It's 16th Street Mall.
It's just the ride now, I think.
Is that what it is?
I still call it the Pepsi Center.
They have Pepsi there still.
They do have Pepsi and it's disgusting. But
Oh, are you a Coke purist?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm a total Coke head.
Okay. I'm a Coke. I'm just like any kind of cola person. So
Yeah, cola's good.
cola's my flavor, but
There's a better way to say that.
no, that's the perfect way to say it. You are a self-described Coke head.
Yes. In my early
This
20s
girl goes
and now.
crazy for Coke.
Mexican Coke specifically.
Well,
I'm a
because
purist.
also it's the perfect form
Yeah.
of a cola product.
glass bottle.
Glass bottle.
Yeah.
Real sugar.
Yeah. But like you said, the 16th Street Mall, it just goes up and down 16th Street. And it's like, I'm not trying to get anywhere else on this mall strip. So don't need this
I never
bus.
thought about that with the Colfax stuff. But to be fair, it's there because this was like the most, used bus for that.
The 15.
Very purpose.
Yeah.
So, well, you've already heard all of their voices. Producer Paul Caroli is here. Hi, Paul.
Hey, Bree.
And we have comedians. Can I call you a power couple? I'm sure you've heard that before. You've totally heard that before.
I've heard
Jacob
it, but
Rupp,
like, whatever.
Jacob Rupp, Mary Moreno, welcome to CityCast Denver.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
We're in your space. You guys are usually behind the scenes helping us. So I'm so glad you get to be in front of the camera finally.
I gotta not just zone out and start listening a little bit. I gotta keep on
you
talking.
have to participate.
You can still laugh though, like you do when we're funny.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, if anyone's heard my laugh in the background, it's usually like Paul talking about Lucifer butthole or something. That's my favorite
he had
segment.
a butthole, right?
A
Paul?
big one.
Yeah.
We saw it up
Big
close.
gaping.
We saw it
It
up
was
close.
all consuming.
Yeah, there's a new station in there now. BT station in Lucifer's butt.
Next stop, Lucifer's butthole. Well, it's Friday. We're looking back at the big news of the week. We're talking about how to protest, different ways folks are protesting, involving also open carry is a really interesting part of this conversation. We're also talking about Mayor Mike's, quote, biggest fears, what he says they are, and what Paul thinks they are. We'll get into that later, plus our wins and fails of the week. Before we jump in, part of the reason you guys are here is we're doing this awesome thing with you tonight. It's called Good Night Denver. Miriam, can you just give us the TLDR? What is Good Night Denver?
So Good Night Denver is a late night comedy talk show. Think of like Conan or
Johnny Carson.
There's-
If you're
Johnny
old,
Carson.
like
I don't really
myself.
know him, but yeah.
Letterman. Who's your talk show host?
Conan.
That you are
It's Conan.
Conan is
Conan.
the funniest
Yeah.
guy.
I side note, but I ran into him during his like not legally allowed to be on TV tour at the 16th Street Mall. I was working at Express, and he was going up the escalator, and I ran out of work, and I took a picture of him,
Oh, yeah.
and I still
For
have it.
you.
What was he shop? Leather jacket?
Yeah, his brown leather jacket.
That's
You're a
cool.
total Coco head, huh?
I went so deep on Conan over the pandemic. I watched all of his shit. I'm
His
a huge
remotes
fan.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I love him.
That's great.
I love Letterman too. Was he one of yours?
No.
Not so much.
No.
At the awards show, there was nothing I wanted to do more than when I got out on the stage. I wanted to go back at the Los Mocachetes and be like, "Are those your drums?" That's my favorite joke that Letterman did. He did it every time. It's like, yeah, of course.
Well,
They're my
I'm
fucking
glad that
drums.
we've all established. I'm a daytime talk person, so I don't really have a
okay.
dog in this
Yeah.
fight. I'm a Sally Jesse for life
Oh, I
person.
used
Ricky
to
Lake.
watch her too. Think Sally Jesse, but like fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So Good Night Denver is
Yes.
Sally Jesse, but fun.
Yes.
We're going to be guests.
Yes.
You host this show.
I do host. So we have monologue jokes, we have stand up, we have sketches. Jacob and I make it. I host. He like runs all the tech stuff. It's a lot of work, so it's every 2 months. That's why, because we make new stuff every single time. And it's about Denver, and like we love Denver, and we're like from here, so
Yeah.
Yay.
So I guess it started because we were lucky enough to submit some packets for an actual late night writing
Oh,
job,
yeah.
and we did not get that. So this
You're
was a
like,
way to
why don't
kind
we
of
use
Jimmy
this?
Fallon
Yeah.
said no.
to make more
Who did?
stuff.
Jimmy Fallon,
Oh, you guys are
not him, but
like,
like,
you're too
his
funny.
Yeah.
people.
At midnight said no twice, and now they're canceled. So
I had a
that's good.
lot of abortion jokes, so I could see why.
You create your own lane. You want to tell abortion jokes on a late night show, you just make the
I
late
just
night
make
show.
it happen. Yeah.
I think that's a genius idea. Well, you can get tickets still.
Yes.
If you're listening to this in the morning, come hang out with us. We're guests. Who else is? We've got
Andrew Overdahl's headlining
That's
from the
right.
Grolics.
George Delgado is opening.
Is
He's
opening, so there's like a
comic.
warm up stand up, kind of like a traditional late night taping thing, and then we have Blank Slate musical act, and
local
then,
Denver band. They're
One of my
great.
favorites. I love Blank Slate.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to meet them.
yeah,
I've loved them for years.
awesome.
Oh,
The
yeah,
new
nice.
album is so good.
Okay, sick.
yeah.
This is exciting.
I
Yeah.
can't tell you the name of it. I wish.
I
could
think they
look it
just
up.
released it
Shit.
too because they did
Yeah.
a release show at the
Yeah.
Lions Lair.
Very good.
So
Yeah,
this is
so
an
they're-
opportunity to see a lot of cool people in one night. Come out and hang out.
Yeah.
Also, the Dude IDK space is like
and Chef Pat.
so awesome.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
And Chef Pat will have food there too. Yes.
Yeah.
I think wings of some sort, but we'll see.
It's just like the best show in the world, and it's really immersive. So
just come on down.
Immersive. It's called
And-
Lookout Mountain Charlie. Sorry, Blank
No,
Slate's
it's
new
good.
album, Lookout Mountain Charlie. We'll put a link in the show notes.
Yes,
And it
please.
is
Go on.
an immigrant-ran show too.
Oh,
So if
yeah.
you're worried about paying for something on a Friday, where
tomorrow's like
everything's-
a national, or today is a national strike day. But I was like, should we cancel our show? No, I'm an immigrant. It's fine.
This is a great
paying-
segue into the topic.
You're paying
okay?
artists also.
'Cause
Yeah,
I
you're
find
paying
it
artists.
so interesting how people are doing that exact thing.
Well, maybe let's talk about that to start with, Paul, because we're talking about different ways of protesting. And one of those ways is Denver businesses showing solidarity with Minneapolis in different ways, particularly hospitality industry. And so, for instance, I saw Bar Max earlier this week, or maybe last week, was giving their proceeds for a whole day to a bar in Minneapolis to offset the cost of them being closed.
That's true.
Oh,
that
that's
was
so
before
nice.
Alex Preddy. You were
Yeah.
talking about that.
Yeah, they were doing it beforehand. I think a lot
It
of
has exploded
yeah.
since.
Oh,
Preddy.
absolutely. There's a whole list now. Sapsua is closing Friday, calling and rescheduling all their reservations. They also said that they told employees they can make up hours lost at any time and they will be tipped for that evening, I believe, anyway. So there's a lot of awareness around the fact that, like, when we shut things down that are like people depend on the money they make that day, it sounds like a lot of these restaurants and just businesses are trying to offset that for their own employees, which I think is really commendable.
Well, which speaks to the challenge of this moment for these people.
Yeah.
Because there's clearly energy on this and people want to feel seen and they want to spend their money in an ethical way, given how popular the fuck ice latte was from
Good
was
Bones.
Good
Good
Bones.
I went
Jacob
yesterday.
got one.
I went yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
I
go.
love the Fuck Ice Latte as an upgrade, and that dollar goes directly to Casa de Paz, which supports folks in detention and their families outside in the situation, trying to make these smooth transitions for people that are in a really stressful situation. But yeah, I had not heard of Good Bones before, so I'm really excited to go down there now.
Right.
Yeah, it's a
As
brand
a
new place.
business strategy. As you had not heard of them. Now we all know about it's the
I mean-
hottest item in the food scene right now.
Well, I think it's a conversation that a lot of folks were having even before this, I think, with boycotts of Target and such, like way before Minneapolis, is how are my values reflected in my spending? And capitalism makes it really hard a lot
Yeah.
of times where there's only one place that you may be able to get something. Or so when you are able to make that choice, I think people are really taking it seriously. What do you guys think about this method, this action, like striking to
Yeah.
protest?
Well, I think speaking as an immigrant,
We prefer to call you newcomers.
yeah.
I'm just
new
correcting you.
arrivals 30 years ago. I do feel like ICE raids have been happening in Colorado forever.
Yeah.
Like, I have family that has been taken by ICE before in the years past, and like it just hasn't been in anyone's face. And now it is, and it makes me really happy to see that people are actively trying to like offset,
Things that
That-
maybe they weren't aware were
Yeah.
happening before. How do you feel about that piece? Because I think there's a little bit of frustration there. Is like, what does it take for folks to be aware of a situation? And sometimes it is, I have to be affected personally.
I was thinking about this a lot, and I think it's because we're in a blue city in a red state. People seem to be very complacent with, like, I don't know, like, there's a lot of white people in Colorado, but
Yes.
there is a big Latin community, and there's a big minorities everywhere. They just do not interact with each other, and so it wasn't in their face that like ICE was happening or any of these things were happening. And now it is because of social media. Like, the world is flat now. And so I think it's great that now they're aware, but it is so frustrating for like people like me that have been saying it since like forever, like the first time he was elected, that,
Yeah.
hey, this is what's going to happen. And everyone thought you were being hysterical. And it's like, no, now it's in your face and now it's affecting you. So you care. That's so frustrating. It's like, and Jacob knows because he hears it every day. But I'm glad people are listening and like trying to, do the right thing now. And it's
Yeah.
better late than never. So
it's always like a thing people say, right? Like hurt them with your wallet or whatever.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know? And it's like, I don't know, but that's inherently like a thing of privilege, right? Like
Sure.
people can't just take off Friday or whatever, you know? So like,
I was thinking a lot about that. Like, who gets to I actually had a friend post something really honest about this. She said, this is the first time I've been able to take time off because I'm fully employed.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, I was like she worked, she was a stylist. She worked in LA. She was a day rate person. I couldn't give up my day rate. I couldn't give up getting paid that specific day because I may not have a gig for another 3 weeks. So she was just saying, like, I now have the privilege to participate in the economic side of this, which I thought was a really helpful
And
perspective.
what type of job does she have? She's taking PTO?
She works full time now for an organization, so she can take PTO or she
like
can
a
just
sick
call
day.
in. But it's
Yeah.
like
Right.
it's not changing her economic situation that day,
Yeah.
which I think a lot of folks struggle with when you're someone who works in hospitality or you just
Well,
work an hourly job.
Yeah.
Here's the flip side of that, though, is what's interesting to me is because I saw someone commenting on a thread exactly that. I have that same situation. Should I take PTO on Friday? I want to participate. And they were like, how does that hurt anyone?
Yeah.
Like, you know, because like
Yeah.
there's so many people that want to express things right now. But the point of an economic strike, you know, as Scott Galloway, you know,
that's like your money,
podcaster,
right?
Yeah,
That-
it's
that's-
your money.
yeah,
You're
you're
hurting
just
yourself.
Getting paid,
Well,
right?
it's,
In a way.
it's not even
Yeah.
hurting yourself.
Yeah.
You're just
Yeah.
doing PTO. The company isn't affected really.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they're a little bit like
They're short-staffed, I guess, but like,
the purpose of
Yeah.
economic
Yeah.
strike is to affect the markets, to move the numbers. That's what Trump would pay attention to. That's the strategy, because that's what's led him to make changes in the past. If these different actions, you know, like a fuck ice latte in a weird way is only going to make the numbers go up.
Right, because more people are buying it.
You know, you got to see it's just a confusing moment where people want to express themselves and the message is getting a little mixed.
Well, I think it goes back to this thing I said earlier, which is like under capitalism, it's really hard to make those decisions when you can't make that change or can't make that decision because something has already been decided for you. I think about this a lot with just like groceries or like places where you get things that you can't, or like you're like, well, I won't go to Target. Well, then I'll go to Amazon or I'll, you know, like
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
There
There's no
isn't a local
ethical
independent
consumption.
version of Target anymore that you can go to.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think it's complicated, but I also think it's one of those steps for a lot of folks who are first entering this world of protest or being more outward about their beliefs, which again is a privilege in itself. They're not walking around as that target, but they're exercising it in different ways. And so, I mean, I don't know. I tend to think that it does something.
I think it is definitely bringing awareness, but under capitalism, that is the point, is to stress people out so much that they can't even quit their job for a day.
Yeah.
And so that they don't organize. And that's the whole point. And so like, yes, it's going to suck. You're going to be, you know, down money. But then that's when community comes together and there's like mutual aid and all that stuff. And like, we need to lean into that more because that's what also gave us other rights, like civil rights and workers'
100%.
rights.
Yeah.
So it just is so uncomfortable. And we're so used to like living in the comfortableness, but we got there because other people had to give shit up. So, yeah.
However, I think mixed the messages are, the feeling that you all are talking about, the outpouring, I do think that's going to have an impact.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I think our politicians right now who are campaigning are looking at these big crowds and thinking, I want those people to vote for me.
Yeah.
And so I want to show them that I represent them. Like, we saw Michael Bennett show up at a protest on Sunday outside the
Yeah.
Capitol.
Yeah.
I have
I
never
was
seen
like,
him at
for
that
the
before.
first time.
You know,
How long has he been in office? Like
this
years.
is his third term in the Senate.
Yeah.
And before that, he was the
Yeah.
superintendent of DPS.
And it feels a little bit like I'm coming down
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
my tower
Because
to
it's
join
safe
you all
and everyone's
today.
on my side.
well, I
It's
mean,
like, no.
It's, yes, this is Michael Bennett, but he was there.
Yeah.
He was there because people were
And
there.
other folks weren't
because-
there.
Yeah.
I mean, other people in his position were
Okay,
not there.
hot take. I don't think we should applaud any representatives, senators, congresspeople, elected officials anytime they do something good because like they are at work. We employ them. They should be doing the job that they are employed to do. So do not platform anyone that works in office. They should do their job and work for the people. And like, fuck Michael Bennett. I don't know.
Okay. That's an interesting take. Everyone has a different idea of what good is. That's the challenge they have.
I'll tell you what's not good. Flock cams, and I'll tell you what else is not good.
People disagree about that.
Jared Polis.
Fewer people disagree about that.
You can cut this out.
No, that has to stay. That has to stay because I have been doing. We talked about this a few weeks ago about Polis, and I was like, I know a lot of people who are like big Polis fans for a lot of his time.
But
like,
why is that?
urbanists.
Because of his personal.
His
like,
South Park stuff.
No,
That's cool.
no, his urbanism,
he's
the density
gay.
stuff. He's a YIMBY. Like white guy nerds who love policy have liked Polis a lot.
That
So in
segment. There's also liberal moms that love him because he's
because
gay.
they seem progressive because
There's
of who he
that
is, his
association
identity.
That
Yeah.
progressiveness comes with your identity. In that way.
Exactly, and
I
it
think
doesn't.
people have gotten to know him a lot in the last 8 years, and we've gotten below the surface with Jared. You know,
At the end of the day, he is an elected official, and if he's not doing right by Coloradans, he can fuck off. Which it's his last year,
he
so
will
who cares?
fuck off in January. But he's got a whole. I mean, anyway. But I was doing the straw poll of people I know who are big Polis fans in the last few weeks, and there is movement. People are grumpy with him. I've talked to 3 people who are like, he is the champion of the things I believe in, but why has he got to be saying this shit?
Because of money. He's getting paid out. You know, they all are. But
Also, talk about someone
what do
with
you mean?
nothing to lose in a
You're
certain
paying
sense.
him.
always
Mayor up
follow the money. Come on, Paul. But
I mean, he
no,
comes
like,
from money too. Like
What
big business. I don't know.
what business?
Probably.
Okay. All right.
Well, then
big
why is
business.
it so hard for him to do the right thing then? Like if it's
Well, because
not.
different people, he has
Yeah,
a different idea of what the right thing is. But one example for you would be Uber. You know,
Yeah.
he vetoed the sexual assault bill last spring because he didn't want Uber to leave the market. They threatened to.
Yeah.
So that would be him. Some would say
'Cause,
being
like,
in the pocket of
business
big business.
someone
loss
has to
is
stand up for the
worse
large
than rape.
corporation that created the
Yeah,
gig
yeah.
economy that sucks
Exactly.
worse than the economy for
What
hourly
I
workers before.
what I want for Coloradans, everyone in the country, is to like stop just, you know, voting for someone because they fit a little box. Like they should be doing what they're saying they're going to do. And like don't
Agreed.
idolize them, don't put them on a pedestal, like hold them accountable from the get-go. Obviously Mom Donnie's rules, but like I still don't want to
Who are your
I'm not
friends,
gonna
by the
follow
way?
him.
Donnie to me has
Who are
the
the ones you like?
Bernie vibe where like you're just if you're into what they're into, you're like this is the best person that's ever existed.
But he's
But-
doing so well, and he's doing what he said he was going to do. At the same
What has
time,
he done that he said he was going to do? I haven't heard of a single thing he's done.
well, the daycare thing, he's
What did
like
he do? I'm
providing.
being genuine.
He's providing daycare, free daycare or something for like all kids, and no matter their status, their like legal status.
Huh.
Yeah, stuff like that. Like he's doing a lot of good right now, and he's out on the streets. He's talking to people, and I don't know. I think we need more of that.
I
Like
think
people involved in the city.
I think it remains to be seen because he just really stepped into this role, was just elected. But also, I think something that really spoke to people on the campaign trail for him was that he had already been there. He had already was on strike with the cab drivers. He already
Yeah.
had that relationship. Like to me, those kinds
Yeah.
of things matter when I'm looking at someone. Did they just jump in for the
Integrity.
picture? Because I think there was
Integrity, Paul.
that this happened in a race here in a mayor's race in Colorado where someone decided to do a tacos and lowriders event and like was not part of that community whatsoever or ever had supported it, even though it has a long history of politics in Colorado. And people see that. So when we see somebody doing something that's happened before they
It's
ran
like
for this.
disingenuous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
think
regardless of whether you believe in them or not, this is what people want out of a politician.
Mm.
If you agree, you want consistency.
Yeah.
But
I think
sometimes you want
yeah.
them to change their mind if they're wrong.
Well, yeah.
So it's hard.
But we shouldn't idolize them before they even like do anything, because that's where it gets tricky, and that's where they like don't do the right thing anymore.
Bree, who's the politician? Remind the audience who's the one who organized the lowriders and tacos.
Yeah, yeah.
event?
Jamie Gillis. She used to run the Rhino Art District. I have
Mayoral
old beef.
runner-up.
Old beef.
Long going.
Oh my god.
Ongoing.
Yeah.
I think we should have her on the show. She's the one helping a lot of these local business districts get organized these
Mhm.
days. She's like a very sought-after consultant in this world.
We worked for the same planning firm, not at the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Reach out, Jamie. I want to talk to you.
Is it
But
the
maybe
lowriders
that's
or
her,
the tacos?
that's
you have
her
a problem
good
with?
lane. You know,
I'm not really a
doing
lowriders
that,
person, but I will stand up for tacos.
Yeah,
and not so much running the
Good
city.
or bad? Good or bad? I'm not touching that. But that's everyone's got an idea. But I
Paul,
hear
you
your
just
perspective.
walk the line, don't you?
I know it's irritating. I know it is. I know it.
I want to talk about
But I
another
have to.
aspect of protests because you've spoken to someone recently,
Yes.
Paul. So there was I've seen a lot of conversation in general in the last couple months online, particularly on Reddit, about how to protest. What is the right way to protest? And earlier this week, there was an anti-ICE protest planned for Saturday. And what was really unique about this was it was an open carry. From what I was inferring from the post, it was someone maybe on the left that was doing the open carry protest at Douglas County Fairgrounds. If you want to know more about Douglas County's stance on anything, listen to our episode earlier this week about Shrek the musical.
Oh, I did.
And pride flags.
I have a take on that, by the way.
On Shrek.
Yeah, if there was a flag in Shrek the musical, it should be a Confederate flag, and it should be in the swamp at the beginning.
What?
Oh,
Shrek
okay.
starts his journey as a
Confederate.
sicko,
Yeah.
As a
like
Dixie.
recluse, like loner hermit who's angry at the world, and he becomes someone who waves the pride flag and celebrates the donkey and the dragon marriage.
I do think, though,
That's
the
a much
the modern,
better movie.
Do Confederates exist in far,
This
far
is
away
what
land?
Also, Scotland.
Scotland. He's also Scottish.
He's also
Yeah.
Scottish.
Yeah.
Paul, your story is just falling apart.
We
I
need
think that's
consistency from our Pauls.
Anyway, yes, you were talking about the guns. You
Well,
wanna
so
talk
it
about
was
the
an
guns?
open carry
Shrek would have guns
protest.
by also in my version.
Shrek would have a gun.
He would
It was
have
an
guns.
anti-ICE open carry protest, which I have myself have not seen happen so far. This has been a tactic more of the right when
They've
we
been
talk about.
talking about it, though.
True.
Yeah.
In the last couple of months, we've been talking about it, and then this person canceled the event.
Mhm.
Paul, you talked to that person.
His name is Michael.
Hi,
His name is
Michael.
Michael. Thank you for your time, Michael. Michael, something that you should know about him, from Denver, grew up in the suburbs. He is a member of the National Guard. He did not want me to use his last name because that's how he's known among his cohort. So he's always been around guns. And he said the reason why he wanted to organize this protest was he had been attending protests in downtown Denver, and he thought, he had been talking to some of his friends, and he thought, the administration was signaling hard that carrying a gun at a protest was tantamount to domestic terrorism. This was in the response to the Preddy killing. So I wanted to show that it's not. He wanted, because as a gun owner, he was like, that's not what domestic terrorism is.
To
Reason one.
that point, can I read a quote really quick I found in Politico about that very thing? FBI Director Kash Patel said on Sunday on Fox News that you cannot bring a firearm loaded with multiple magazines to any sort of protest that you want. It's that simple. You don't have the right to break the law, which is wild.
Michael told me he looked up the law in Douglas County. One of the reasons why he thought it was a good place is because you can open carry in public buildings, in these spaces. He was like, he'd never organized a protest before. He was like, it's extremely easy and quite permissive.
Yeah, and I do just want to give him credit. I was watching, like, people were really trying to poke holes in why he was doing this and how he didn't do it right. And he was very open. He's like, I've never done this before. I just was trying something, which coming from the National Guard makes a lot more sense to me now. Is like, this person has experience with guns. This is not the person we think about when we think of a leftist, but they exist.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a handful of black bloc anarchists that are not thought of as like gun carriers, but they are thought of as maybe the people that will do the violence side of it if need be. But I've never seen it in this picture of this type of person. That's so interesting.
I think it's funny how far it got away from him. Like, it's not funny, but it's kind of funny. It just got away from him. But yeah.
Well, he had some interesting thoughts about that too as well. But I don't know. Do you want to talk more? He has another reason why he wanted to do it.
Yeah.
And he said he talked to me about why
I'd
he
love
canceled.
to hear.
Excuse me. The other reason was I also think it's important to show the world that there are more gun owners than people assume on the left and that we are capable.
Yeah, I absolutely. This is so this week is the first time this week that I looked at going to a gun range. Never done that in my life. Because I'm like, maybe I need to know something that I've pretended I don't need to know for a long time.
Yeah, we've been considering, and my
Don't let
dad's
me in.
very okay. I've been considering, and my dad, but my dad's very pro gun in Colorado Springs, so I've been
You
around
grew up in
it a lot,
Colorado
too.
Springs.
I played,
Different lives.
yeah.
Yeah.
I got in trouble in high school for having a paintball gun in my car, so I've had paintball stuff.
I have a lot of friends though that grew up in more, maybe even just rural area, like friends in Fort Lupton, friends in Grand Junction that were trained to hunt.
Yeah,
that was
just
part
around
of
guns.
their.
Yeah.
My best friend, all her kids hunt. All 4 of her boys hunt. She's
Yeah.
liberal, but
Yeah, I know. I know a bunch of comedians that are, generally left leaning and very pro gun and
Very
and
pro-gun,
very
yeah.
like giving out instructions almost now of what guns to get.
Comedians
and
are
stuff.
packing.
Yeah.
Come to the
Don't heckle
show.
too hard.
Yeah.
Not our show.
Comedian destroys heckler.
Paul, don't say that.
But I think it's also, he's just revealing something that already existed and maybe growing, but did actually exist. Guys like him.
I wonder. I mean, I remember I've talked about this before, but I did a story about some preppers in Colorado Springs a few years ago. They own a gun store. It's like a zombie themed gun store, which is why it was an interesting twist. And they were like, it's not a left-right thing. It's a who's not in power thing. That's who wants guns.
That's an interesting way to think about it.
They were like, this is an American trait. If you don't have power, you feel like you need to protect yourself or you feel under threat. Like that's the Second Amendment. That's to them.
I just again see that privilege though of who actually can do that protecting of themselves and carry a gun, and other things aren't assumed about them based on their outward appearance, you know?
Yeah. And it's hard to get like this licensing and stuff for it.
Yeah.
you know?
I'm just thinking about people of color's experience. Like did we talk to the gentleman from the gun range here who's a black-owned gun
me
range?
and Donnie Betts, our former guest host, went down to that gun range
Yeah.
owned by those young black business owners.
That is, to me, such a indicator of like, that's the only one maybe in Colorado?
Wanda James owns ones too, actually. I heard about this. I mean, we might have to cut this out because I got to fact check it, but it's not the only one.
How many guns do you have, Paul?
Right now?
Do you have guns
On me?
God, no. Although, boy,
Threaten
that
her
reminds me
like-
of Lauren Boebert.
I was like, threaten her like Boebert threatened you.
Yeah.
One in each ankle.
When we
I
were,
kind of want to have her back on the show, by the way. We did a show.
Boebert was on the show.
Yeah.
it
We went to
didn't
her
go great.
house.
It didn't go great. We got to do it again. We got to do a better one.
Yeah.
Did
I
you
just-
release it?
just visual really
Yes.
quick,
Okay.
because you guys, I've shared this before, but you will know what I'm talking about. We were invited to her house to do this interview, which was weird also.
awesome.
In Windsor, Colorado. Her mom opens the door. She's like got pit bulls. She's wearing a gold "Make America Great Again" hat, and we walk in and there's no furniture. It's like someone
She
selling
just moved in.
drugs out of
New
this. It felt like a
money.
drug hat. It felt
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
trap
Yeah.
house a little bit, where I was like, "Oh, this is being used for alternate means." That's not what was going on. She had just moved in, and then she was like blasting Jason Aldean. She was cooking. She invited us in the kitchen. She invited us to eat with her.
Did
we were
you
like,
eat her food?
no.
Oh, okay.
We were
Beef
trying to keep
stroganoff.
some distance.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
How do you say no? You're just like,
Yeah.
we ate before. What do you
Yeah.
I drank a LaCroix.
I did as well. I did
That's
as well.
the safest drink.
And then
Yeah,
I went in the
no, yeah.
bathroom and took pictures of myself and sent it to my best friend. And I was like, I'm in Lauren Boebert's bathroom.
That's really
Yeah.
funny.
That's
The
awesome.
story
She was
of
doing like
doing it-
musical reviews and
Yeah.
stuff, right?
We were like literally inside of the carpetbagger, like the
Oh,
term.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had
Seeing the
moved
bags, like
to
the
be
boxes.
in Windsor so she could be in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because she
Or
had
the
to
new
move
district.
her
Right.
district.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
I wonder
That's
what she
great.
would think about our open carry protest. That's her district. I should have asked her for
She's
why
comment.
I'm wondering-
awfully silent.
That's what I'm saying.
because
There we
it's
go.
convenient for
Well,
her.
that's been the most interesting part, I think. It's like the Republicans kind of backtracking a little bit.
Oh my
too,
God, yeah,
after
they're
the
so,
NRA
like-
and stuff. Yeah, right.
They've like the government with ICE has fucked around so much that they've like turned Republicans liberal.
it's been
It's
interesting
weird.
to
They're
like,
watch.
well, wait a minute.
I mean, the biggest socialist in America right now is Donald Trump. The way he's nationalizing a chip company and like peeling off pieces of companies and giving to his friends.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, it's crazy the way the lines are blurring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get back to this guy, though, because I want to.
Okay.
You heard more from the organizer of this protest.
Yeah. So I think the other interesting thing was like why he bailed, because he was really psyched about it. And he was just like, it totally got out of hand. I'm only one guy. That looked like there was going to be hundreds of dudes armed walking through Douglas County, like the heart of mega Colorado. That's
Yeah.
just not enough.
That's so
just
dangerous.
too unwieldy.
Also, just from an events perspective, there cannot be one person who's
yeah.
the point
Organizer.
person and
Yeah.
security and logistics and
Yeah.
there's someone having a
people
really
are-
good
Yeah.
time
A
upstairs.
little trial. yeah.
That sounds like a small child.
Interesting.
It's all right. We have some people buying a gun upstairs. So,
That's the
We
other
also
thing we're
sell
doing out of
guns
this
after
space.
the-
yeah.
during the comedy show.
But yeah, like I just think about it. It's like he had an idea.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't really know how many people are going to gravitate towards this. It could be one of those things where nobody shows up.
Yeah.
We've seen those protests before too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all talk. Yeah.
All those weird anti-circumcision people.
I mean,
All talk.
he said there was definitely going to be people there. But the other,
yeah.
the gun aspect, he said the other thing that was challenging for him was the fact that there's so many different types of guns and there's different rules and different regulations and
Yeah.
norms around different types. For example, if you're going to bring a rifle, you'd need to bring a sling for the rifle. In some states, you can be shot for low carrying a rifle. So like carrying it outside of a sling is how you carry it if you were maybe closer to using it. And that is considered a threat.
Yeah.
So different jurisdictions, different norms, more like that's the trouble that ended up pushing him towards canceling it.
That's a circumcision thing too, right? You need a sleeve.
The way it's pointed.
I was just thinking about those protesters now. Everybody's always like, get away from me. No, I mean, I think it was a really admirable attempt at something that I just can't imagine getting overwhelmed at that level with involving people with different types of guns
also
and
like,
different expectations.
Organization wise, was he going to speak? Was he going to have like equipment, like the literal organizing?
Well, I think we're seeing this a lot with protesting in general. Is just a lot of folks stepping into something they've never done before and maybe realizing after the fact that like it involves organizing and logistics and a common cause or a common goal. That was a big complaint I saw in the Denver protest subreddit. Was people were mad that there was this group during some of the protests recently who were leading people onto the highway, and there's a lot of disagreement about if that's effective, if it's being done, who's leading it, do they have a reason, or like is there a set stated goal there?
Yeah.
And so I think we're going to see this more, people just feeling that and wanting to get out and do something, but it's just really comes down to like, this is why organizations that already exist are really helpful in this case.
Yeah, because they know the tricks. So at the same time, after I talked to Michael, I checked in with a source I've talked to for years now, who's in the protest world. He said he's attended hundreds of protests. Sure. He helps organize them. He called himself a gun nut. And he said, I love guns. I would never bring a gun to a protest.
Yeah.
I carry a pocket knife always. My friends make fun of me. I would never bring a pocket knife to a protest. The serious protesters I know that have done the same thing, gone to dozens of protests, it's a lot about protection of your identity, and that's the thing I see the most, more than being armed. But again, we're looking at a situation with Alex Preddy that I think really changed. It just was a turning point in so many ways, and one of those is how we protest. Well, the other thing about Preddy though is like. And my friend who's the source has said, he pointed out, Preddy wasn't there to protest. He wasn't there. He had his gun. He didn't bring a gun to a protest. He was just there and he observed an incident and then got involved.
Yeah, it's not like they're going to protest.
Well, that's
like
hard
it's
when ICE is
happening all
everywhere.
over Minneapolis.
Right.
Yeah.
He
It's
was
a lot of
existing.
just intervening to support somebody like the woman that was knocked to the
stop
ground.
them from being kidnapped. Yeah.
Well, we'd love to know what you think. I think there's maybe more folks on the left than we realize that are gun owners, or at least have experiences with guns.
Might be a Colorado thing too. You know, like a lot of people like me that grew up with maybe, right-leaning fathers and stuff that have guns, and
the red state, blue city.
I'm not scared of guns as much as like I think other liberal places might be, like just total no touching at all, kind of thing.
This is the household I grew up in, exactly. And I grew up in like my father was like a military brat, so he was around guns, but the rules in our household were no pointing things at people. Yeah. We weren't allowed to have fake guns of any. Just don't talk about them. They don't exist.
Yeah.
And realizing how much that's like maybe not the best approach.
He like overcorrected.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. But that is an interesting dichotomy that really is unique, maybe in Colorado, and I don't know how that plays out in Minnesota. But
I do think that like the 2A thing, it's like you're supposed to be able to hold a gun because you're protecting yourself from a tyrannical government.
Well,
and when do we decide?
Also, when and who do we decide is labeled a terrorist? That's been an interesting part of this.
Yeah.
Well, coincidentally, ICE founded in 2003, along with the Department of Homeland Security in the wake of 9/11.
Yeah.
So we've lived with a world without ICE, and we could do it again.
Yes, another world is possible. Well, we'd love to know what you think. Give us a call on the 2A hotline, 720-500-5418. Let us know what you think about guns in Colorado and this experience. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're talking about Mayor Mike's biggest fears. Did you know CityCast Denver has a perks program? Every week, we're highlighting some standout deals from our favorite businesses in town to help you support local and save some money. It's a win-win. Here are some highlights from this week. Check out Meow Wolf's Adultiverse Space Rodeo on January 17th and experience the worlds of Meow Wolf Denver transformed into a 21 and up psychedelic party. Saddle up for an intergalactic adventure. Just use code GIDDYUP for $4.20 off an Adultiverse ticket. Offer available for redemption now through January 17th. Or what about Topo Designs? Just visit a Topo Designs retail store and mention this ad to receive 20% off your purchase. Some exclusions apply. Valid until February 1st. Looking for some fun? Check out Green Door and pre-order a curated cannabis box for your Denver trip. Includes edibles, snacks, and local accessories. Ready for pickup near your stay. No stress, no lines, just a better trip. Use code DenverPerk for $10 off any experience box. To see a full list of participating businesses, just visit denver.citycast.fm/perks. It's a great way to check out new restaurants, shops, and events in the Mile High City without breaking your budget. And I love that for you. This episode is brought to you by South by Southwest. Ready for discovery? South by Southwest 2026 takes over Austin, Texas this March 12th through the 18th. Expect the unexpected, where innovation, film and TV, music, and culture collide. Hear from global thought leaders, experience unforgettable screenings, and catch your future favorite artist all in 1 week. The 2026 South by Southwest conferences and festivals are a citywide experience built on curiosity and connection that you won't want to miss. Start planning your adventure and secure your badge now at sxsw.com/Denver. That's sxsw.com/Denver. All right, we're back. We're talking about Mayor Mike's biggest fears. He sat down with Denverite recently, and I think the biggest thing he talked about being concerned about was slowing development and construction and the impact on housing, concerns about density, concerns about people having places to live or staying here, or developers even having an interest in building here anymore. But Paul, this really
Yes.
this sparked something in you to make another list. And this one is about what you think Mayor Mike should actually be afraid of.
Yeah.
Give us one.
Because we talked about this literally a week ago.
Yes, we did.
So I was like, if he's saying this is among his biggest fears, what are his other fears? What should he be afraid of?
Yeah, I think what should he be afraid of?
He just laid out his goals for 2026. It's his last year before starting to run for reelection if he wants to. He probably will. Oh, okay. Miriam does big thumbs down, tongue out. Guess we know how she feels.
I know,
yeah. So what are his political liabilities? Think going into a reelection, show us. What are you going to do with this year? So that's my list, is like, what are the things he should be aware of?
All right, give us one.
I got 5, and I'll count down. Number 5, street safety / transit activists. I think these, we talked about this last week, so we don't have to spend much time on it, but I think these are the people that are most mad at him right now.
I think one of them is in this room right now, and her name is Miriam.
Yeah, transit activist.
She is now a transit activist. I mean, we just talked about BRT.
Transit terrorist, I think.
Yeah, transit terrorist. No, I always yell at Jacob for like inching on the crosswalk. I'm like, pedestrian rights.
Oh my God.
We didn't have to put that in here.
People are animals. People
real,
are
actually,
animals on the
apparently.
streets.
I do this too, and I also watch my husband speed. I'm like, hi, we're on a residential street just like where we live.
Are you the only one that lives here?
Yeah.
Are you the only one that matters?
Does that seem safe for you?
Exactly. I've been hit by a car twice on my bike.
This talk is going to change when I have a gun.
Oh, God.
I'm getting a gun and I'm shooting at cars. Transit terrorist, new level.
Wait,
He's got
can
a
you cut
rifle
that
in a
out?
sling?
That's going to be definitely used against me
The
when
violent
ICE comes.
threats? You know what that is?
I really don't. But no, I don't want a gun. Also, just Jacob wants a gun, and I happen to live in the house that he lives in.
So, but for some context here too, transit advocates looked at his promises for the next year and they were like, hey, there's nothing about road safety in here. And we've talked about this a lot on the show. Mayor Hancock seemed to have much more of a bigger appetite in some senses for some of this road safety.
He built bike lanes.
I think Vision Zero, I kind of find to be a joke, where I see the signs that say this is a Vision Zero area or whatever, and it's like a speedway.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, and it's not clear the mission of that. Yeah. I think the share the road thing that is on license plates.
I hate those.
Well,
I hate them because
better than
it's better,
that
but
slogan.
I feel like it almost just enrages drivers, which
with big pickup trucks. Yeah.
Which I experienced very briefly the summer that I decided to ride my bike everywhere, where I was like, whoa, people are aggressive towards cyclists who are literally riding a bicycle next to your whatever ton, SUV. There's no me winning this fight. Like,
they're
what are
so
you?
mad that we're
so
like
mad.
fit and hot and like green. It's disgusting. No, I hate big trucks. I hate big pickup trucks. That's why they're mad.
I hate pickup trucks and I hate Audi drivers. Those are my two big beefs.
Yeah.
Okay, Paul. Well, also, too, I just want to say, too, it's not just the bike lane thing. It's like the opening up shared or the streets that were closed off to pedestrians that people seem to really like.
Yeah.
So,
In Rhino, there was like a good one in front of Ratio.
Yeah.
2900.
Yes.
Larimer.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. And it was safer.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about people dying on their bikes.
Well, I think the political question for him is what to do about it. Do you think there's enough Denverites that are in this more silent majority that love their cars and don't really care about this stuff and are like game for his approach? Because that's what he has signaled as he's been in office. He previously won on promises of adhering to Vision Zero, and he's lost a lot of trust.
Well, I think the silent majority of people that don't care about cars are dying on their bikes, so they can't be loud. But
I'm talking about like homeowners, like more the drivers, the people who aren't engaged in this conversation at all.
I think there's also this middle ground person who's not super pro car, but not super locked in with the transit advocacy, who's just like, I just want safer roads and more opportunities to be safer. And I feel like when I talked to the traffic engineer, he was like, the way the roads are designed determines how we perceive as car drivers how they work. So if they're designed to look like highways, we treat them like highways. And I think there's a lot of people that are in that sort of middle ground where they're like, I would just like safer streets. I may not necessarily be an avid cyclist, but I would like opportunities where I don't walk around my neighborhood a lot because that's the only reason. I only feel unsafe in my neighborhood because people drive terribly.
yeah,
So
people go fast everywhere.
So is that the majority view or not? And what do you do about it if you want to win these people back? I think he might have to make a change at the Department of Transportation Infrastructure. I think there's too much lost trust, and the activists have been calling for Amy Ford to be fired. That would be a big step.
I don't think she's going anywhere. I think she's got a lot of power, but it will be interesting to see if he addresses this before his next campaign. I think would be the question.
Or he stays the course.
You know, in the 70s when they had to make those commercials of like, do you know where your children are? Because people ignored their kids and had to teach them to like know where their kids are. I feel like he should do that with pedestrians. Do you know what a pedestrian is? They're a person too. You should care what you're doing when you're driving. Like, I feel like that campaign alone, people are so dumb. Like that campaign alone might help.
Distracted driving is a huge problem. I mean, but
yes.
I've long wanted to sit at the corner of Alameda and Federal in a lawn chair with Mayor Johnston
Girl, you'll
for
get
4
taken
hours.
out.
But I want him to see what everyone sees. Like, just sit there for a couple hours and see how pedestrians navigate that. Maybe it would change your mind.
It's always like,
yeah, it's like, oh my God. And it's always like a grandma with a cart.
Yeah. It's not accessible. Yeah, the sidewalks. Don't even get me started.
Don't even get her started.
Yeah.
All right, Paul, next.
Scary.
Number 4.
Scary stuff from Mike Johnson.
Scary stuff.
Number 4.
So
This is a political liability. Lies.
Welcome to politics,
So
Paul.
He's
the
been
ideal
spinning the
lie.
truth and overstating the facts more lately.
I feel like he's crushing it, actually. Outlying.
At lying.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
On our show, he said that there was a violent incident at a shelter for newcomers, and that person who perpetrated it was motivated by anti-migrant bias. There's no record of that. He told us that the police and fire budgets were, quote, mostly flat when they were up, and that's not mostly flat, that's up. He said in defending Flock, he claimed to 9 News that the cameras helped solve the murder case of Jack Scratone. The case had not been solved.
And also,
at the time.
Her mother has been going through hell to begin with. And just hearing that out of an elected official's mouth
Made a lot of people mad.
For good reason.
Then there's some just spin. He did not disclose the unpaid rent from Alden Global Capital over the Denver Post building.
Yeah, we learned
Months
about
of
that
rent
from the Denver Post.
during a budget crisis. He did not disclose that the final Park Hill golf course deal was going to give Westside 14% more land than he had previously announced. months. He did not disclose this to counsel or the public.
Paul, I think you just wrote the talking points for his opponents in the next campaign.
Paul, are you running?
I'm not running. I'm not. No.
Does your wife know?
I know.
Yeah.
Number 3
Can't
is,
run. Cars are too crazy out there.
this is number 3 is one of his opponents, I think. I've talked about it before, but Paul Lopez, clerk and recorder Paul Lopez.
He's on a mission.
Very well liked, won citywide elections.
Yeah.
He would be a great candidate, and he's a very interesting foil for Johnston.
He's got a lore, he's got a story, he's got a great political story. It helps so much to have a story behind. I mean, I think youngest elected council person in Denver, hardcore, like West Sider, grew up there, represented it, like. Yeah, like I mean that goes a long way, and it's very interesting to juxtapose that with Johnston's career thus far. But we had him on the show talking about his he was upset about, like, just to remind folks, there was the budget not including enough for the clerk and recorder's office.
Yeah, there's a whole debate.
It was in concerning the integrity of the office that runs our elections. So
Number 2, the AI bubble. Johnston, now I know this one is a little weird. This is my most off the wall one.
yeah, I was like, I don't know this.
People say that there's a big bubble in the AI market. The whole country has invested a lot in this. Trump is all tied up in it. Johnston is tied up in it. Johnston has invested a lot of his time in setting up this AI conference. He's tried to incorporate AI more in governance as he has shrunk the staff. He's really he's a technocrat. He wants to lure these companies that have these products because he thinks it's part of the future of our economy.
Sounds just like Polis.
Also, a lot of his big fundraisers, big Silicon Valley guys, backers.
Oh yeah, that's
These
true.
guys are all
Reid
invested. So
Hoffman?
it could hurt him in 2 ways. If the AI bubble bursts, he both loses credibility for having invested in such an obvious scam, and his funders don't have the same amount of money to sink into his future campaigns. If I was Mayor Johnston, I would be afraid of the AI bubble bursting.
Is there even an AI bubble? I don't know. I'm
That's a
confused
big
about
question.
what AI is.
I think it kind of has. I read that Facebook, the guy, Mark Zuckerberg?
Yeah.
He invested a lot in the metaverse, and he thought people were really gonna go into this metaverse and live there or something.
Yeah, I mean,
billions of dollars, like 70 billion or something.
Well, VR definitely has not taken off. As
yeah,
much as
and so
people
he
thought.
just ate shit.
He
with
was
that, which is awesome.
Cory Doctorow, that writes a lot
As he
about the
should.
internet, the enshittification of the internet guy, was saying, he's like, Mark Zuckerberg, not cool in college, created a website for rating the fuckability of his of the co-eds at his
Classmates.
school, and then turned it into Facebook, is the guy that wanted us to go into a virtual world where we have no friends and have no legs and we're sexless people.
He's
and
a
surprised
loser.
it didn't work.
Yeah. Just these losers with money.
Yeah, I played Beat Saber for a couple weeks. I was into it.
And then you got tired of it.
Yeah, and then I got tired.
There's a great Zuckerberg anecdote. I don't know if a lot of people know, but I read this book called Careless People, a memoir of someone who used to work for Facebook.
To read that.
It's a great book. Highly recommend it.
Okay.
But there's an anecdote in there I'll spoil where the memoirist, the person who was a chief lieutenant of his, they were on a plane back from South America, and Zuckerberg wanted to play Settlers of Catan. He loves board games.
Yeah.
And he's a sore loser. And the memoirist was writing about how the game would play out, and everyone was letting him win. And then she got to a point where she was like, I can win. I don't want to let him win.
Yeah.
And she didn't let him win. She won. And
That's
he
awesome.
sulked. And he was pissy about it. He was
The
mad
man
the
who
whole
has
flight.
everything
Oh,
wants it all. Wants even more.
but you know what he wants more than anything that he can't buy?
Cool. Being cool.
Yeah.
You
can't-
cannot buy
you
being
can't
cool.
buy it.
Uh-huh.
You're born with it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Just like us, Brie.
Well, I mean, I knew you were going to know what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you can't buy cool. You can't buy culture. So, well, I guess in a way.
So number 2, the AI bubble. I don't know. It's kind of off the wall.
Okay,
What's number
last one.
Number
Number
one is obvious. Donald Trump. Donald Trump and ICE. If Donald Trump wanted to squish Denver,
Mhm.
and if he wanted to send in
yeah.
thousands of paramilitary goons,
We're on the list.
guys in hoodies, we all know that it's real.
Yeah.
And I'd be afraid of that.
Yeah.
He made a statement this week about them being the bad guys in this case. I don't know. It was something very.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I didn't like that quote either. I was like,
What did he
and
say?
I didn't. Well, he's like,
said-
ICE is supposed to get the bad guys
Yes.
out, but right now they're the bad guys. And I was like,
Yeah.
does he always talk? And I mean, this is my good friend
In
who's been in the
childhood
studio,
riddles?
so I don't want to talk too much about Mike Johnston. But
Oh, the
That is
mayor.
not your good friend. I'm your best friend. I'm your best friend, and I
I'm
take
your only
precedent.
friend.
You're only right. Yeah.
Well, he is coming back. I mean, we hope to sit down with him soon. We're scheduling it.
Oh, yeah.
I would like to
hopefully
know
he
what
doesn't listen to this.
I'd like to ask about that comment because I think that it's like it's kind of waffling on what ICE is, or what he believes ICE to be. And there's a lot of folks that are, I mean, I think people feel strongly pretty either way about ICE. And I understand towing the line by being in the middle of it because you're a politician, but now is not the time to me to waffle on that.
Well,
is
I
scary.
hate ICE, fuck ICE, and they
It is
should
scary,
be
yeah.
abolished. And I don't see why anyone would toe
Fuck
that
Ice
line.
Latte is available at Good Bones Coffee.
I'm going to go get one.
Yeah.
I'm going to get one. Well, maybe, Paul, we revisit these. Either
We should ask him what his top 5 are.
And then
Yeah.
have 5 immigrants on the show that he debates.
It's gonna be like Snakes Heights.
Snakes, heights, immigrants. What are you afraid of the most? Paul,
right.
look at me in the face.
I'm just thinking about what he would say to that, honestly.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Paul's
And I-
like,
and then I
there's
was
two
like,
sides.
This is not the
he
level
would
you're
have
talking
a
about.
very good platitude for you, I think.
That's very funny.
He's a skilled politician in that way. I'll give him that.
I don't know. Have him on Goodnight Denver. We'll see how he does.
Yeah.
Do you think he's bad on immigration?
Yes.
Honestly,
Anyone that supports ICE is.
he doesn't.
Like, well,
He just joined a lawsuit
he's towing the
against
line.
the crackdown in Minneapolis. He signed Denver onto an amicus brief.
And the whole flock cam thing.
Well, that's a
Yeah,
different thing. I'm asking about immigration, though. Do you think he's
That
bad
is
on
all
immigration?
tied
Yeah, that's
together.
the concern, though,
Yeah.
is where that data is actually going.
It's going to ICE.
I mean,
He
I'm
would
just
say
saying
it's
that's what
not.
people's
He would say that,
people's
but
concerns
he's a
are.
liar according to your little list, Paul.
true.
So which is it?
That's true.
He's
Well,
your best
the
friend?
thing about a lie is that you got to prove it. And so we should find a specific. If there's a claim he made, we could find proof that he was lying. That's all those things that I talked about.
I will find
those
it
were
and I will
reported.
post on the Reddit that says, "Paul, look at this," and then I'm gonna say, whoever agrees with me about Paul being like Mayor Mike Johnston's best friend, click like.
upvote this, please.
Upvote this. Now that I know you guys have a Reddit, I'm gonna be a nightmare.
Oh man.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, our wins and fails of the week. Our wins and fails of the week. We're back with our Rocky Mountain highs and lows, things that ruled, things that sucked. We start with fails so we can end with wins. Paul, what's your fail this week?
Oh, me first.
You
Oh my
first.
God.
I can go
Oh,
first
my
if you
God.
want me to go.
No, I got it. I'm ready. Here it is. We talked about Douglas County earlier this week and the Shrek thing. Douglas County gets the fail again. They turned off comments, and they say they're severely limiting public comment section at their meetings, and they're turning off comments on social media.
Wiener move.
Because
Total
they,
weenies.
they want to, quote, prioritize real voices. So they're only going to be allowing certain comments, predetermined topics.
That real
screened.
voices word. What? It's a dog whistle in this
Yes.
case.
To quote comedian Kate McLaughlin on our show yesterday, snowflakes.
Yeah, like turning off the comments.
This is conservative stronghold, Douglas County. This move comes after County Commissioners George Teal and Abe Layden decided they tried to push this home rule thing, and there was this whole campaign against
Remember
them.
that.
And, yeah.
It's like the equivalent of just covering your ears and like la 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 la, la not listening, and your governing body. Okay, all right. Jacob, what's your fail?
Okay, so my fail, which is going to sound kind of weird, but it's that Nikola Jokic is going to come back in a week to play basketball for the
You think
Denver
he's not
Nuggets.
ready?
Not that he is going to be a couple games under the qualifications to win an MVP probably, because he's going to miss about 2 extra games, I think. And he's not going to be on an all-NBA team. And if you're a purist nerd like me,
Yes.
that hurts, I don't know, his legacy technically, even though people know he's the best. But he had the best season by far, even by missing 15 games, 16 games. But he's going to miss a couple extra games that's going to affect his MVP status. So that is my fail.
That's upsetting
even though
to
he's
you.
coming back, and that's cool. Yeah. Yeah.
I like the deeply personal.
Can I ask you a question about
Yeah.
this, Jacob?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you think he's actually hurt? Because I saw him on the sidelines or the side court or whatever at a game against the Hawks. He was wearing a great suit. He was walking around fine. He looked fine.
No, he does look good, but yeah, he got hurt, and it was very scary
You
when
were
he got hurt.
assessing someone's ability based on their appearance?
I'm just looking.
I'm calling the disability
there's
activist community.
Wow, that escalated quickly.
I would say that there's some NBA injuries that are not legit though.
This is my thing.
But Jokic has never missed any games except this.
I mean, this guy
stretch of
treats
times.
it. It's his job.
And he's
Yeah.
on the sidelines. He's trying to help coach. Like,
Yeah.
he's very involved.
Yeah, but he's also a freak of nature with physicality and training and
He's a big
rehab.
dude.
Continues
So-
to defy what people think an athlete looks
So-
like. It just perplexes
Yeah.
people that he can look that way.
So this is
Yeah.
even too early for him to come back, kind of, and he's like making it. So that's the other thing too. That if they waited a week or so, that would have been fine. That's going to be good too. But we'll see.
See, why are you not on the coaching staff?
Yeah, I know.
Someone could be perfect for that role that's in this room.
That's right.
All right. Miriam, what's your fail?
Fuck.
Do you want me to go?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go.
I have more to do.
Yeah.
Dr. Daddio passed away this week, and he was an innovator and an entrepreneur here in radio. We have a really cool storied history of radio. Look up Paco Sanchez and his role in Spanish radio here in Colorado. KGNU is like the longest running community station. But Dr. Daddio ran KDKO radio, and I just want to read a little statement from his family. James Dr. Daddio Walker was a legendary broadcaster and entrepreneur who owned and operated KDKO Radio, one of the nation's most influential Black-owned radio stations. He was a visionary voice in media, and he used his radio to uplift culture, amplify community voices, and mentor generations of broadcasters and leaders. I'll put a link in the show notes to the Westward piece. He just was a really cool guy that, like, maybe we don't know who he is in present day, but he made a footprint that changed the way that our radio exists today. So just wanted to give a little shout out to his family, and thanks, Dr. Daddio, for doing incredible work here. It was
Yeah, that's always weird.
I know it's
fail
hard.
That's a death. I don't know if I love it.
I just wanted to talk about it, and I didn't.
Yeah.
know
Which I
to talk
respect.
about
I mean, it's an important dude.
It's a fail of a vibe, you know.
Yeah.
It's
It's
a
a
win.
fail of a
Honestly,
vibe.
it's a win.
Yeah.
The dude was awesome.
He did
great
amazing.
stuff.
He did
Great
incredible
life.
work.
Congrats. Win.
Yeah. Okay, Miriam, I'm
Wow,
sorry.
Any good ones?
What about the fire by the house?
Oh yeah, there was the Leedsdale fire. It was 2 blocks away from our house, and there was a bunch of smoke, and that was a fail.
And they arrested a guy now.
They arrested the guy.
I wanted to ask Bree actually about the arrest. Did you see that they caught him because of these surveillance cameras?
I
Actually,
did.
Right at you as well, Miriam. Given
Yeah.
your anti-surveillance takes earlier.
I am anti-surveillance. That's not
You
crazy.
think he should have got away with it?
No, but he wouldn't have. He's got a
I
record.
mean, we've been
and
doing
he's
this
got,
kind
like,
of investigative
yeah.
work without surveilling at people's every single move of their whole lives and keeping that data and maybe sharing it other places. So I think it's not exactly the
found him.
same.
They
You
would've
two are
found him.
rejecting that this was a factor.
No, I didn't say that.
I'm saying
You
there.
say it'd be better if he was on the streets longer.
What's the question, Paul?
How do you feel about it?
I'm glad they caught him. The smoke was really bad.
It was really bad. I live over there too.
Yeah. See?
Did it affect any of your anybody near you guys' house? Because I just know this.
Oh.
I had a friend
It
had
was
to
just-
remodel their whole house because there was
Oh.
secondhand
Ugh.
fire
I don't
Not
damage.
that
know
much.
anything
We were
about
like a block away from
We
the
ran.
evacuations, kind of. So we're
Oh
like
yeah,
on
we
the,
were a block away from the
like on the other
evacuation.
side of Alameda, basically. So
Ooh,
we're pretty
nice.
close, but we went and walked and looked, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Our neighbor Barb she got like really sick though from the smoke.
I
She's
bet.
like
Brutal.
1,000 years old.
I don't know if you remember the fires in Colorado Springs a long time ago too. I got evacuated from those too. And my mom's
2003.
yeah,
The Hayman fire?
later
Oh, no.
than that, I think. But I think it was like 2011.
Okay.
But yeah, I've been evacuated a couple of times.
You know
So
who was
scary.
probably killed? I've been thinking about this as I drive past the Leedsdale fire site. What burned is a giant new apartment complex
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was being built basically around on 2 different sides of a property where there is a giant brand new sports bar, Sueños Cantina.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have you
yeah.
seen this?
Yeah.
The parking lot doesn't look full.
No.
I didn't like the business that was there before.
Yeah, we're
It's a
not sure what that is. Yeah.
They need like better signage. It's so ugly.
Is this the one that was the dog bowl?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
I think I've asked this on the show before. I need old school Denver heads. Was this a nightclub or was this the boat store?
It was
there was
I think it was a nightclub.
Okay, because
Yeah.
in Glendale,
Yeah.
it used to be 18 and up, and there were bars and clubs all along there. And it's like in my mind, it's either that place that sold boats or a nightclub.
I don't think it sold boats.
Okay.
But yeah, the signage needs an upgrade.
Nothing
The
ever
building
does
Not
needs an
appealing.
upgrade. It's
there.
not appealing.
And think
I
about
felt
all
bad for them,
The
too.
clientele they were going to have
Yeah.
living right there
They
that
just
they now
opened.
won't have.
Yeah.
and they're just the circumstances are terrible.
Yeah.
Oof.
It
All
looks bad.
Let's talk about our wins. Good things that happened this week. You know what? I'll just go really quick. West Side Books is continuing on. After nearly 30 years, Lois Harvey is retiring. This has been happening over the last couple of months, this transition, but it's a cool story to me of a legacy business changing hands and evolving and not necessarily changing into something totally different, but not disappearing. So there's a new owner, a longtime friend of the store, Matt Aragon Shafi's taking over, downsized it. They're just doing new books. They're not doing used books anymore. But this bookstore for a lot of folks is what Tattered Cover was to other people. And I think that sometimes Lois gets overshadowed by the story of Joyce Meskis and Tattered Cover just being this, which was a great store. That was my store. But I've been to West Side Books and she found a book I couldn't find anywhere else. And it just I would go back there forever because of that experience. And I just love that it gets to continue on. There's a great profile of this whole story in Denverite. But it's a hooray for a legacy business continuing on in a new form. I think it's going to be awesome. Paul, your win.
I had so many wins.
Great week.
Great week
Great
for
week
Paul.
for Paul.
Yeah.
Big week. No, it was a hard week. But I'm going to do this in a balanced way. So I'll mention again, Michael Bennett, one of the gubernatorial candidates, Democrat. I thought it was a really canny move that he showed up to that protest. I think that was a win for him. I think that's going to help him, give him credibility to meet the moment. And people are going to appreciate that about him. Win. On the other side, his rival, Phil Weiser, I'm trying not to be weird about this, but I saw him just in a public scenario. I was in a parking lot over in Lowry, going to pick up lunch or something. And he was driving a busted old green sedan in a car full of paperwork, loose paperwork.
This is my kind of politician.
He had a Phil Weiser for governor bumper sticker on the back. He was tearing out of his lot.
Merch.
And the best part, just honking on a big gulp.
He's a real
64 ouncer straw out of the side of his mouth.
Phil Weiser is all of us.
This is exactly. This is, and I'm not trying to say this is
it
but
does
this is
change
so endearing.
things though when you see.
So endearing.
It is when you see people in a regular scenario. It can be good or bad. I saw him at the Jewish Community Center when I was there judging the Latte contest, and I was like, "Oh, are you coming?" He's like, "No, I'm coming to work out." He was going to get his workout on, and he was leaving. He was a member of the gym, and I was like, "Respect. Good job. I didn't work out today, but our Attorney General did." I love that. Okay, Jacob.
I wanted to shout out a local place here in 5 Points by the studio, Dude IDK Studios, but Duke's Good Sandwiches and Burgers. I don't know if you've been there.
Every time I'm down here, and I want to go so bad.
The hours are people need to go more so they can stay open more. But they have a special that's a spicy smash burger that has jalapenos and then jalapeno chips on it. And I had it yesterday, and it was the best burger ever. So I'll probably go again today too. And I think that's pretty much it. So shout out Duke's.
Check it out.
Yes.
Damn.
I
Good
think
call.
my tattoo guy did their signs.
Oh yeah, they look really.
Kevin
I like
Hennessey's.
their.
I
Oh
like
yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
guys
We
got
were,
tattoos from him too.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
did
And we ran in the same social circles.
Sure.
candy cigarettes on my arm too.
Yeah.
God.
Can I do
I
another
have
quick?
I have a knee one of his.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Can I do another quick win too?
Yes. I got a cool fact.
Friend of the program, maybe friend of the studio, Adam Caton Holland premiered his.
Oh yeah.
his
Yes.
Denver win.
his film at Sundance, and just as an aspiring director or whatever, it's cool to see somebody make it kind of to a
And
festival
he's
like
been
that.
working for a really long time. It's a really personal project, obviously, if you've read his book. And I love anytime you get to see someone from Colorado get to that next level. It feels extra because we just don't have that many famous people.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, we know that guy.
Yeah, and he's been kind of that example for the comedy scene for a long time too, of doing something, So yeah,
Doing the work too.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's got a voice.
He's hilarious.
Got something to say.
yeah.
Good writer.
Great writer. Yeah.
I want to see the movie. I wanted there to be digital screenings because sometimes Sundance does that.
Yeah.
But they didn't do it for his.
Yeah.
Well, but you could ask him. Maybe you get a screener.
Yeah.
You got his email. Just try. Just kidding.
I don't know. I hope he sells his movie. I
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
see
Me
it
too.
when it releases in the award season next year.
Yeah, that'll be
Cool.
fun.
Miriam, do you have any wins?
My win is people coming together against ICE this week, and a lot of people have reached out to me just asking like, how can I get involved? I might be the only Mexican they know.
You know what? Sometimes you got to be that guy.
I gotta be
I've
that
been the only
guy.
feminist, which is not anywhere near being the only Mexican, but
yeah. So just get involved in your local organizations. I volunteer at Centro de San Juan, and I do translating on legal night, and that's really cool and helpful. So I feel like a lot of people can get more involved with
And
that.
there's
I haven't
other
heard of
ways.
that. That's an interesting.
It's like really close by.
And I like this idea, though, that it's not just always about direct action.
Yeah.
It's about helping the community that's impacted in whatever skill set you have. So that's a great,
like
great
use
way.
the skills you have to see how you can help the community.
That's awesome. Thanks for doing that. Well, Jacob and Miriam, this was so
Wait.
fun.
I know the show's already going long, but Miriam, you mentioned like being the only Mexican people know.
Yeah.
You haven't told your story about your...
yeah. Okay, so last time I was on the show was like 2 years ago, I think, or something. I got accused of bullying someone in middle school from that podcast. And so I just want to clear the air. That person that accused me, my friend, I guess, follows her on Instagram. We went to middle school together. And she said I was her bully. And I was not her bully. It was the other Mexican girl in my class. I know exactly who she's talking about because I didn't even know
There
she
was only
like
two of you.
Definitely a bully.
She was definitely a bully, yeah. But basically, I didn't even know she was being bullied until she left our school. And I was like, where did she go? Because I had computer lab with her. And everyone told me like she was being bullied. I had no idea until she left. And they were putting like dead frogs in her backpack and stuff. It was really mean stuff. But she thought it was me, and she went on this whole Instagram rant. And it was actually really funny. My friend sent me the videos. She was like, she's trying to be a comedian. And I was like, that's really mean, actually.
About you. This is a comment about you.
She's
About me.
bullying you now.
She's bullying me, but
She's
no.
cyberbullying you.
I mean, I hope she's healing. Sounds like it was bad for her. And blessings to her, but it was not me. It was the other Mexican girl. And if she DMs me, I could tell her name. But I'm not going to put her on blast.
Definitely didn't make it this far into the podcast, though.
Very funny.
Yeah, I don't know if she would listen to this if she thought I was her bully.
I didn't know we were going to get an anti-bullying message today.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was beautiful.
Is that an anti-bullying? I guess so.
I don't know.
I mean, Miriam was saying I wasn't bullying her.
I was not bullying her.
For all the bullies, there's all of us that are just hanging around.
And yeah, I have like my friend sent me that because she was like, that's crazy because I know the girl who did it. And I was like, yeah, it was not me. So
that's funny. Yeah.
But it's pretty funny. It was not funny at the time because of the way she dragged me.
Yeah, that
just
part.
calling me like a comedian in quotes. I was like, no, that's really what I do.
Look at you now. You're on a podcast.
Yeah.
Like all comedians. That are
like
good.
all comedians.
And a great live show tonight.
Right?
Yeah.
Get your ticket now.
Come to the show.
Good night, Denver.
Good night,
8 p.m.
Denver.
Blast.
UK Studios.
Just swing by. There'll be tickets at the door. Sure, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Coming out with us. Okay. Miriam, Jacob, Paul, thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for
See you
having
next
us.
time.
That's all for today here on CityCast Denver. Our producers this week were Paul Caroli, Olivia Jewel-Love, Adrian Gonzalez, and Natalie Rivera. We recorded at Dude IDK Studios in 5 Points with support from Jacob Rupp and Nick Holmby. Peyton Garcia writes our morning newsletter, Hey Denver. Abby Madigan runs our social media. I'm Bree Davies, your host. Our music is by Los Mocachetes with additional mixing by Tyler Lindgren. If you haven't already, subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Follow us on Instagram at CityCast Denver. And tell La Abeja owners the Murillo family about us next time you see them. You can sign up for our daily newsletter and learn more about us at denver.citycast.fm. See you next week. What are you smirking about over there, Paul?
He's got
I'm
a
just
big
thinking
win.
about what we've said so far.
Yeah, I hope we're doing all right.
Yeah, I hope you have me on again at some point. I'm banned now.